This is the first video for Updox, and to start with we need to open the application, and you go down here to the dark U, and it's a Java application, so it apparently has to download each time, and it's done that. And the office user that I've made up is named Otis, and I'm going to type in Otis's password. Normally your own sign-in name will come up, and we are in. And what you're seeing here is the inbox, and you also have files that are sent. I won't open that because that'll have recognizable names. An archive, same thing, I won't open that. And the trash. But I'm working here with the inbox, and I can click it and make sure there's nothing waiting. And these are all files that I've renamed so that there's no confidentiality problems. And if you look at the one on top, this is a imaginary dictation that has 3 patients: Jane Doe, John Rambo, and John Rambo came back for a second visit. And then down at the bottom we have E. coli being the attending doctor for John Rambo for both visits, and then for Jane Doe the referring doctor is Ann Icteric. And these numbers are actual fax numbers from my fax programs, so they're all going to be listed in Updox. But let's say we want to fax these. Now we've already uploaded the entire dictation, 3 different dictations in one file, and that doesn't work too well. So we're going to go back to the dictation that would have been provided to you by the dictation service. And again, this is going to be 3 separate dictations on 2 patients. And for the first one, we want to send Jane Doe's dictation to Dr. Ann Icteric. So the way to do that is to highlight that single dictation and then press print, which is Command P. Now what you will forget to do, and you have to keep on working on, is, or at least I do, is that if you don't check selection, you'll print the entire file. And the default button is all pages, and you just want to print the selection. You don't want to pick current page because the file might be greater than 1 page long. So I've clicked selection, and I'm going to send it to Updox, so I select the Updox printer. And this is not a real printer, it's the way to get this selection into the application. So I've selected my correct page, and I'm going to print and send it to Updox. And it normally takes somewhere between 10 seconds and a minute. So if you go over here to Updox and wait for it to load. Okay, so it just loaded, and here is our file, here's our single dictation on Jane Doe that we'll want to send to Dr. Ann Icteric. So the simplest way to send it is to just click Send Item, and here is the page that we're sending. We're going to ignore this area here because this allows it to be sent to malpractice, and we're not going to do that. But we're going to send it to one of our contacts. And I'm going to type in the fax number, which is actually my own fax number. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this and leave it here. Now, when you see this, you have 3 choices: secure message, fax, and email. We're just working on faxes right now. Sometimes by accident or whatever happens, one of these winds up being marked, and you just have to click fax until you get fax lined up. We normally don't send a cover sheet, so this can all be ignored. We normally just send paper. You can also send it online through an email, which would be this, or send both, but you want to select uncheck send cover sheet, uncheck this, and check this. And here's our file that we're sending, and we're sending it to this number, which is our imaginary doctor, and we just hit send. And that's it. Now you've noticed that it's disappeared. Okay? If for some reason it can't get through, if it fails, if we've got the wrong number, or if the fax machine is down, this will reappear usually about an hour later or 2 hours later. But as far as we're concerned now, it's gone. And again, it should be in the sent box, but I'm not going to open that because that's going to have actual patient names in it. And that's it for this video.